What is going on, everybody? Welcome back into the channel. My name is Rock Soldier, and today I'm coming at you guys with another head-to-head video where we take two rogues from Rogue Company, Dahlia and Saint, and we put them in a one-on-one battle where we go over their loadouts, their perks, their stats, their abilities, passives, and then we give you some clips to show you their true potential in game to see which rogue is truly the better support character. I'm excited to bring you guys this video, man. We're gonna hop right into it. Let's get it. So taking a look at their abilities, Dahlia's ability is called Danger Close, and basically she can link to one teammate for a full round, and then she can then revive that teammate within a 30-meter range. She has a really fast time to shoot after she activates her ability, and the big bonus to her ability is that she has a perk called Lifeline that we'll go over a little more later that'll basically increase the speed of her res to 2 seconds. The downside is that it has a 30-meter range limit, so you kind of have to stay within the general vicinity of that player, and that you can only use her ability on one person per round. Saint's ability is called Revive Drone, and basically sends out a drone that will revive a downed teammate anywhere on the battlefield. The plus side is that it has limitless range and that it can heal any single person on your team anywhere on the map, but beware that in demolition at least you can only use it once per round. It's kind of similar with Dahlia's ability. Saint also has a perk that is called Helping Hands that is similar to Dahlia's perk that it can increase the speed of the res, but Helping Hands is not quite as good as Lifeline. It increases the res from 5 seconds to 3 seconds. The downside to Saint's ability is that he kind of has a slow time to shoot afterwards in comparison to Dahlia's ability. It's almost a full half a second difference there. Taking a look at their passives, Dahlia's passive is called Buddy System, and basically she inherits the passive ability of the teammate that she links to with her ability for the entirety of that round. So the plus sides is that it's really versatile and that she can, link to a lot of different characters. Some of the best ones are Anvil, Kestrel, and Mac, but there are plenty of other rogues that are very good for her to link to. The downside is that there are a few rogues that aren't really good for her to link to, such as Dallas and Vi. Saint's passive is called Medical Expertise, and when he revives somebody, the person he revived and Saint himself instantly gain a bunch of health after the revive is complete. So once the res is complete, the teammate that you just resed and yourself, you instantly gain 80 HP. That does not apply to any kind of armor or any kind of overcharge. So if you're at 60 HP, when you get the heal off, it'll only put you back up to 100. There is no overheal. And the nice thing about Saint's passive is that it works for his drone and if he was to go hand res. Taking a look at their loadouts, in terms of weapons, Dahlia has the MXR, Objection, and the Executioner. Saint has the MLX Mark IV, the Mamba, and the Executioner as well. So as for the weapons, these are kind of tough to compare, right? Because the MXR is the DMR and the Objection is an SMG, whereas Saint has a fully automatic assault rifle and a burst assault rifle. With that being said, I will say I truly do really enjoy both of Saint's weapons. I think you can use either one and be perfectly fine. And I kind of feel the same way about Dahlia's. I think it's just a little bit more so with Dahlia. It kind of depends on the map and the situation, right? Like if it's a longer range, bigger map, the DMR is probably a little more viable for a character, but if you're in like a respawn game mode, the Objection absolutely shreds. In terms of the utility, Dahlia has the Katana, Frag Grenade, and Smoke Grenade, and Saint has the Throwing Axe, C4, and Smoke Grenade. It's very interesting seeing these characters both have two of the same items in their loadouts, the Executioner and the Smoke Grenade. But as for the Katana versus the Throwing Axe is much faster than the Katana, but to get the full damage upgrade, you have to upgrade it twice, whereas the Katana, you only have to upgrade it once. So for that reason, I'm going to give the Katana the edge. And as for the Frag Grenade versus the C4, both very, very good in their own rights. So the Frag Grenade obviously has more range than the C4, but there's a little bit of a learning curve, as I talked about kind of before in some of the other head-to-head videos, with cooking the grenade to make sure it times correctly. The C4 is really powerful though and does more damage than the Frag Grenade. Taking a look at their perk sets, for cheap perks, Dahlia has Shredder Rounds and Cloaked, and Saint has Evade and Cloaked. Once again, very interesting seeing these rogues have a similar item in their perk set, both having Cloaked. But as for Shredder Rounds versus Evade, I think they're both really good for each character. Again, Dahlia, one of the characters I mentioned that's great for Dahlia to link to is Anvil because he's immune to flashes. If you're facing another Anvil, Shredder Rounds are really, really good to destroy that shield at a high speed. As for Evade, Evade is also a really, really good perk, especially after they buffed it. Just being able to kind of zoom around the map a little faster, kind of being able to get out of situations a little bit quicker is a huge difference maker in a lot of situations. As for the medium perks, Dahlia has Tenacity and Stalker. Saint has Helping Hands and Bounce Back. Tenacity, in my opinion, is hands down one of the best medium perks in the game, especially since they gave it the 40% reduction. Just being able to live through most of the nades besides like a fully upgraded C4 or a bounce nade from Seeker, just so good, especially with the current state of the game. And Stalker is also a really good perk as well. I think it really fits her DMR nice obviously being able to kind of have that fast strafing speed with that single shot weapon from any range is really, really good in Dahlia's case. As for helping hand, this is a big one for Saint because it actually decreases the time for the res from 5 seconds to 3 seconds, and that works for his drone and if he was to hand res. A bounce back, again, in my opinion, is also a fantastic perk. I mean, both these characters have really, really good medium perks here, and I think bounce back fits Saint perfectly well, especially because he has headstrong and his expensive perks, which we'll go over in just a second. But that combination of being able to heal somebody, you know, and if you do get the heal off, you regain health, or if you do get hurt, then you have bounce back, or you have the armor. It's super, super good and really helps Saint stay alive, especially with the combination of evade as well. As for the expensive perks, Dahlia has replenish and lifeline, and Saint has headstrong and tracker rounds. Now, I do actually enjoy replenish rounds on Dahlia, specifically when you're using the objection, just because it is that fast shooting SMG, and being able to down somebody and, you know, have that gun automatically reloaded for you when you're using the SMG with the fastest fire rate in the game. Lifeline is probably one of my favorite expensive perks as well. It revives teammates faster, it decreases the time from 5 seconds to 2 seconds, and it immediately starts the health regeneration for the player that was just revived. It's a super good perk. It's the fastest one in the game, and you know, 3 seconds may not sound like a huge difference, but in the moment, it's the world, man. Now, Saint having headstrong and track rounds, headstrong is, like I said earlier, is really good for Saint's kit because of bounce back and evade and his passive ability. It just makes sense for Saint to have that extra armor, and again, just kind of increases the ability to stay alive and really be that hunkered down, you know, the anchored down revive character. Tracker rounds, once again, is probably, again, one of my favorite ones in the game. Just being able to you know, see somebody after you shoot them, you know, your whole team being able to see where they are is so massive. Sometimes it just makes communication so much bigger and so much better, especially on a competitive level. Now that we've compared everything we possibly can about these two rogues, we're gonna hop into some clips so you guys can see their true potential. But first, man, if you guys are enjoying this video, please make sure to leave a like, hit that sub button, hit that bell, know we're dropping the next one. And if you guys enjoy watching competitive rogue company, my team and I, right now, we're a top 16 team in the game. We're practicing all the time. If you guys are interested in checking us out, link for that would be down below in the description. All right, guys, we're gonna hop right into these clips, man. I appreciate you checking out the video. Let's get it.